Hello, and welcome to another late night amateur soda pop review. Tonight, we have something a little different, a little peculiar, a little more of the same. I guess we'll see. We have Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, not to be confused with Diet Mountain Dew. Um, and we're going to be doing a little contrasting and comparing here. Um, so here we go. I rate these soda pops, this colored, flavored, sweetened, carbonated water. Uh, I drink it, you drink it. People, Americans, the world drinks a lot of this stuff, and a lot of people make a lot of money, and it doesn't really contribute much. Sure, there's caffeine, there's 4% sodium in Mountain Dew, there's 28% total carbs. So this 20 ounces of Mountain Dew has over a quarter of the carbohydrates you should be taking in for a day just in this one little bottle. And of course, most of that is from sugar. Great. So we've been enjoying soda pop for a long time. And at some point, somebody wondered, how can we enjoy this stuff without getting fat or maybe losing our teeth or what have you? I know, let's try putting something other than sugar in it. Okay, so in the 1970s, they came up with an artificial sweetener called saccharin. And in the late 70s and early 80s, there was a bit of a kerfuffle because they found out that if you take in too much saccharin, it raises your risk of contracting cancer. A colleague of mine at one point related that, yeah, theoretically, but you'd have to drink like a gallon of straight saccharin a day to significantly increase your risk of getting cancer compared to all the other stuff you're putting in your body on a daily basis. But still, saccharin got a bad name. And so some of the drinks that were sweetened with it, like Tab and Pepsi Light, were kind of given the gate. And in the mid 80s, they figured out a new sweetener, which they branded NutraSweet. Okay. And that allowed Coca-Cola to sort of bury Tab and unveil Diet Coke, probably because the new sweetener made the soda taste that much different. And so then, pardon me, I'm actually using notes here. That also, Pepsi also got in the game by retiring Pepsi Light. The only difference between Diet Pepsi and Pepsi Light apparently was there was lemon flavoring in Pepsi Light, but that's neither here nor there. So NutraSweet was a big deal for a while, but that's sort of gone away, and now who knows what they're putting in it. But that doesn't keep us from guzzling the stuff like it's going out of style. And a few years ago, Pepsi made a bold turn by unveiling, in addition to Diet Pepsi, they came out with Diet Pepsi Max, which was, it's like Diet Pepsi in that it's got 0 calories, but they also decided to kick up its energy content with a little bit of ginseng, I suppose, or whatever they put in it. So in addition to being 0 calories, it had a little extra zing to it without necessarily caffeine. That, though, has sort of, the Max part of Diet Pepsi Max has kind of gone away, and recently they've maintained the black label, because you can tell regular Pepsi's blue, Diet Pepsi's silver, Diet Pepsi Max was black, but now it's Diet Pepsi Zero Sugar, which is different from Diet Pepsi. I remember someone trying to say, no, Diet Pepsi Zero is entirely different from regular Diet Pepsi, even though it was the same silver Diet Pepsi can just with a zero on it, indicating how many grams of sugar and how many calories are in the stuff. So, sure. But now there is actually a difference between Diet Pepsi and Diet Pepsi Zero Sugar. And so lately, Mountain Dew, which has kind of always been late to the diet game, Diet Mountain Dew wasn't a thing until the 90s, I think. Now we've got just recently unveiled Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Not Diet Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Who knows what's in it? But good news, it's less sodium. This one only has 3% of the USRDA sodium, whereas this has 4. So you got that going for you. Plus whatever bizarre chemical, but at least it's not sugar. Oh, that was the other thing. The other thing about the 80s was that they stopped putting actual cane sugar in the soda and switched to high fructose corn syrup instead, because that's so much better. Actually, it's a horse apiece. It's just whatever. It's essentially still just sugar. So you can either get the sugar and, of course, risk the tooth decay and getting fat, or you can drink the diet or zero sugar calorie stuff, and who knows how that's going to affect you, whatever that is. Regardless, tonight on the Amateur Soda Review, what I'm going to do is an actual blind taste test. I'm going to blindfold here. I'm going to mix these bottles up, open one, taste it, and see if I can actually tell the difference. Spoiler alert, I'll probably be able to, but I guess we'll see. So here we go. I'm going to rearrange them a little bit here. Nice and smooth. Okay, not sure what one this is. It's still cold. It's still Diet Dew. Let's see. Of course, the patented late night amateur. I'm going to go with that this is the regular stuff. So it is. Okay. Which means now we just have to taste test the new guy and see how he compares. Pardon me. Having some original flavored Goldfish crackers here to cleanse the palate. Let's see what we got here with the Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Yeah, it tastes like Diet Dew. And I would be able to figure that out had I grabbed this instead of the regular stuff. Well, the truth to tell, I was almost a little worried. It's like, is this the zero sugar or is this the real thing? I almost, that would have been quite the coup had they pulled it off. But no, this tastes like Diet Dew, only less so. That weird artificial sweetener taste is, I would say, a little bit less subdued. Although I should have my wife try it. She's the one who guzzles Diet Dew like a fiend. So she might be able to tell the actual difference between the Diet Dew and the zero sugar. So I guess that's really all there is to it. Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. They claim it tastes like the original stuff, but it don't. And that's really all there is to it. So if you like Diet Dew, you'll like this. If you like your regular Dew and think you should ought to cut back, then this isn't as diety as the regular Diet Dew. And so, question, would I take this over the regular Mountain Dew? Well, like I just said, come to think of it, how does this go down? You know what? As a soda, like I said, it's a lot like Diet Dew. It has a harder edge than the regular Dew. It's not quite as heavy as this stuff. So, which is to say, the regular Dew is still fairly smooth, not as smooth as Code Red, and this is not as smooth as this. This, however, is not as heavy as this. Imagine that. This has a fair amount of sugar in it, which will weigh just about anything down. Fun fact, guys, have you ever noticed that diet soda in cans floats? Regular soda pop does not. So yeah, this is, I guess if I was really hot and really thirsty, I would take this over the that regularly do. But generally, I skip diet sodas. Generally, I just did this as a stunt. Um, so there you go. That's all there is to it. They say it tastes like the regular stuff. It doesn't. And we'll just leave it at that. So thanks for watching and have a good night.